Hi, Albert. I think the sound is on now. So wait a few minutes so we have more people in class and we start off. How are you doing today? Um, if you can still hear me, create an account on visi.co just so you can be able to follow through your browser while we are creating this. Hi, Afiz. Desumo, how are you doing? Thanks for the crazy work we've done over the past few months. So let's give 10 more minutes and we will start off. So like I said, there's comment here. Sign up sign up at app.visi.co so you can create your Visi account. Hello, Marceline. Um, nice to meet you, Shagun. Oh yeah, thank you, Sheye. So I think we'll give one more. Let's start. Um, Hi, Joseph. I'll send you a link for instance. Me. Hi. How you doing? We can start now. So everyone should try to log in on Visi. Is app.co. I'll sign up for my account right now. And once you go to app.visi.co, you can be able to log in with Google or sign up, right? And on login, if you have an account, log in and the link screen, give me a second. So once you're logged in, the first thing you want to do is create a new site. And once you click on new site, you enter the brand name. So for this, let's call the brand name Steven, right? And once you click on that, you have like templates here. So you have the basic template and you have other templates you've built in here. Starting out with the basic template, we've already created content that guides the different sections on your website. So the first part of the website is the main heading, which the main heading is the first that everyone gets to see on the website. And this shows you like what your brand is about and why it's great. And it's important to keep this section really short and easy to remember. What's important here is that on this section, once you click on that, you can use to enter your title, your subtitle, add an image in here. And you can even upload images like really fast. And then with actions, you can either have a button or a form on this section. Is everyone following, just to check? Drop a comment if I'm moving too fast, because I want to start all over again, just so that everyone can be able to follow through. So like I said, the first thing you do is to log in. Minimize the video. Great. Thank you very much for that feedback. This should be a lot better. So the first thing you want to do is click on new site. So once you click on new site, let's say the brand name is called brand, right? So it works for every other person. So you click on continue, and you can select any of the existing templates here for you to work with that. Let's say it's a corporate website, right, for the first one. And we have a corporate website here called Venture. You click on that, and automatically it takes every content on that layout and adds it to your website. So you can launch a lot faster with that. So this content is already here. The logo we entered there is the brand name, which is called brand. And the very first thing you want to do is customize this to suit your liking, right? And we already have this analytics, contacts, design, and settings on the left panel. When you click on design, on this section, you can actually just click preferred brand color, which, let's say your brand color is teal, for example. Once you click on teal, it applies teal color to every section of the website, and not just every section, but also every page of the website. So we've simplified this process such that anyone can easily create a website. And this works for any of the colors here: purple, orange, brown, red, pink, blue. It's all done, right? Once you've selected that, you can now change the fonts. So with fonts, you can select a different font that exudes the style of your brand, right? And you can select fonts in form of title fonts and then body font. And once you've selected that, it applies again, like we said, on every part of the website. You can also manage the site width. So if you want your site to be like much more slimmer or much more expanded, we've created this to be super flexible, so you don't even need to think about any part of it like you have to write code or something. Once you've styled the website to how you think it should look like, you can then go to different sections of the website. Say, for example, you have an image for a logo. You can select that image. Here we added the Venture template, and that's why it has the Venture logo in there. You can easily delete that logo and apply your brand logo. But the important thing is that the font we've also curated on this platform is so super simple, such that whatever title font you selected also applies to the title, right? So you already have logo already solved. And then when it comes to menus, you already have menus here, which are the links to different parts of the website. So you click on add menu and you can keep adding more menus to your website. And when you open, you can delete each of the menus. Now on these menus, you can link them to different pages of your website. Say, for example, you want to link to the About you want to link to, you can even link to a section within the website. So from here, you click on this, you can link to portfolio, which is a page on the website. You can say you want to have that open in a new tab, just so whenever you click on portfolio, it opens in a new tab. You can link to team, you can link to other sections of website. And besides that, you can add announcements. So on the announcements, you can add a text at the top that shows to every website visitor. On styling, you can be able to move your menu items to the left, center, or right. Apart from the header, the next thing you can easily customize is the banner section. Actually, every single section on the website are very easy to customize. You can click on the banner section, and for this, you have multiple different styles here. You can select style 2, which takes the text to the bottom, and then the action. You can select 3, and you can even reduce your text here. So it becomes, so you can say your awesome brand. And with this, you can use to try multiple different styles easily. So all of this is all built in, and you can also manage the size of your title. So you can use small, medium, large, extra large. Usually, if you're to write code, you're styling this with having to remember it is 15px, 20px, all of that kind of thing. But what we've also done here is the fact that what we've styled here works even on your mobile device. So it's already flexible such that regardless of the device you're using, the styles you apply is already responsive by default. You can add a subtitle to that saying about your brand and what makes it special. And you see that text is already here. On the action, you can either have a button which adds a button to that section, or you can have a form, which a form can collect first names, last names, phone numbers, email addresses. And why this is great is because you can easily like collect customer data and it's saved already on your system. The next thing is the section called cards. On the cards section, you can be able to show like portfolio, list of services, and all of that. And it works similarly to any other section here. So with this, you can even drag what shows at the top. You can be able to order different sections based on how you want it to be shown. And once you're done with the sections here, you can also add more sections. So I just clicked add card and it just adds automatically. On style, you can be able to go to different layouts here. So you can have the image at the top, at the bottom, have it in the style 3 where the title is at the top and text at the bottom, and any other styling here. And besides these styles, you can go further to say you want it in a 1-column grid, 2 or 3-column grid. You can also change it to a carousel, which once you do that, you can swipe through the content created. And all of this is flexibly done. So I'll show you again how it looks on mobile. On mobile device, you can actually have the same kind of carousel already done. Next thing here is once you're done with that, you can actually try out the advanced options. For example, you can have your title on the left, which automatically puts the title on the left and then moves the carousel to the right. And then it gives you a way different layout. You can adjust the height. So you see all of this is flexibly done such that you really do not need to write code. You can align center, right, left. You can even adjust the text to be smaller in size such that it has a much more pristine look. Besides that, there's also a section called accordion. Now, with the accordion section, you can use this for frequently asked questions about your brand. You can click on any of these to open and just change the text. So what we've done really with Vizy is to simplify the whole process such that everything is now focused on content and not you writing code. And once it's focused on content, it's a lot easier for you to use any tool to create your content or you just telling your story about your brand. Once you have questions you need to answer for your customers, you can actually enter them into this portion and then you click on style and you can align the text to left, center, or right for the title. And you can even have left title here that does the exact same look as the cards. Now, with the sections on the template, you can actually add more sections. So with this plus button in here, you can add a new section, say a new hero section, and it automatically adds. Notice how the new hero section added maintains the same style that we've done on the style settings. And even as at now, you can still go back to the style setting and say, you know what, we want this in yellow. Do that, it applies to every section of the website. There's another style here called corners. Now, what we've done with corners is to ensure that if your brand is much more edgy, where you have shapes that are more sharp edged, once on this, it applies to every shape on your brand. So, say for example, look at how these of these images on the sharp end, the edges of the forms are also on the sharp, and then you can have like rounded, which is like slightly rounded, which applies to every section of the website. So this allows you to create much more brand consistent interfaces, and it saves you so much time. So you can imagine what I'm just clicking here to change all of that. So it's already engineered to be like super simple for you to use. Like I said, you can adjust the site width here, and it affects all the different pages on the website. Just adjusting that gives you like much more room for your content depending on the style of your brand. What else? What else? What else? So I think we can actually publish this website right now. So now we have a website that has, a header, a banner section, a card section, frequently asked questions, and another banner section, and then the footer section. Which even on the footer section, you can add different social links. So you can add your TikTok link, Substack, Medium, all of those links. You can add them, and then just shows up on the footer. What else can you do here? You can set your copyright text. So we change this to brand. So we adopt this to brand. And let me just click publish. But besides publish, you can always have the preview button here. With the preview button, you can click and you see what your website looks like before you hit publish, right? And on publish, it asks you for a domain name for your brand. So here is the brand name here. It just assigned brand 867, but we can say brand, and you can call it brand 1 to check brand 1, and it's available. It tells you brand 1 is currently available. So you publish your site, and published in like 1 live. It gives you much more room. Give me a second. It gives you much more room for you to test out that this works flawlessly. So right now, this is what we've just created with the brand name. It has the colors, it has the styles, every single thing we've added in there. It has the accordions, and all of this already works, right? Let me show you how you can edit any other website or create another kind of website. So let's go to the website we set up for this class, which is the learn.visi.io. What we've done here is to use, a banner section at the top, and every other thing here, we didn't have any image in there. But these 3 sections are all the same section called cards. What we've done is just render them differently, right? On this top section, for example, we can change the style to be this style, or this. And you see all of this is all flexible. The portion that we have the date here is called the label, and you can take that out if it's irrelevant, or you can say live class. So you see how flexible this is. Once you're entering the content is automatically out on the right hand side. And for the card section, you can be able to easily click on that and style it such that, so with this one, we had the advanced option of turning off the images, which you can turn them off or turn them on just to match the kind of style you're going for. If it's minimalist or having more content, you can turn off descriptions as well, and then it gives you something like a link section, because for each of these content, you can actually have links in them. So to link this to header, for example, or you want to link this to google.com, you can easily add that link in. Links, it shows that by hover, it shows that this is already linked to something. What else can you do here? You can be able to arrange this, like I said, in a carousel format where you get to slide through, and you can have this in 1, 2, or 3 columns. You can also have it in like one column and have it in left title, which gives you a different layout. So what we've really done here is the fact that every single thing you're trying to build is a lot more flexible, such that 2, 3 websites you're creating may not look like exactly the same way, but working with a very simple framework and all on one platform. So on this one Vizy account, I have Vizy Learn websites, the actual Vizy websites, the brand website we just created, a different website for help, and other templates we're also creating in here, right? And you can even see much more advanced layouts, which we've done here. For example, we created a wireframe template that enables people to see that they can be able to create wireframes on Vizy. What else can you look here? So we can create a different site now, and let's call that site agency. Hit continue. We already have an agency template in here, but let's think of agency as a bank, right? Click on the bank template. It loads up in just a few seconds. So for this template, we call it agency, but it's a bank for creators. And this is also a different way for you to see how the templates are organized, right? And this is actually cool because one of the things that is important when you're creating a website is the quality of images. That's one of the things that keep people on your website a lot of times. If you have images that look more real, more realistic, you would get much more engagement on your website. So let's say this is a bank for creators, right? And this is the template for that. You can be able to modify each of the templates you use on Vizy to have different layouts like I showed before. And each of these layouts is one unique layout that just helps you like move the needle a lot faster or move towards, launching your website a lot faster. You can modify the titles to have smaller sizes or larger sizes based on the headline. You can adjust your heights to be a lot, taller, or you can also turn off the image, for example, on that section. If you want a text only section, you can turn off the action on that section if you don't want to have any action for your end users. But let's do this and publish so we can test how the form section works for this banner. So I'll create a section here for form, and we would have first name, last name, and we'll collect phone numbers as well. And I'll hit publish now. So the URL is agency5.vizy.io, and then we publish that. And it's live. Click on visit site, and that's agency 5, right? Now on this agency 5, I would enter my first name, Evans Panel, actually Evans, last name aka Eno. I'll enter my email, evans@vizy.co. And phone number, I will enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, once I click get started here, it tells you, thank you, your submission has been received, right? Now, on the back end, when you go back to where you have this and you click on contacts, in a few seconds, it will load up my contact exactly on this panel. Just give that some time, just refresh and just try that again. So yes, so that's my contact here, right? So Vizy automatically saves the contacts of anyone who creates a website or who rather fills up a form on your website right on this, right? And now with the contact you have here, you can easily dial, you can email, or you can text that customer. So it makes it a lot easier for you to manage all your contacts for your business. And this works for any other person here. So any of you can go to agency 5. So you can go to this website, agency5.vizy.io, and fill up the contact form. And you see that, on the back end, it would collect that data. We can even try that again with a different detail. So I would enter in Sheye Oyeniran email, let's say sheye at oyeniran.com, and phone number 234567890, and click on get started, and then it tells you thank you. When you go back to the back end, you can see share is already here. And so this shows you how like super simple you can be able to get so many customers and own their contact really on your platform. Now, besides that, for each of these customers you have here, when you click in, you can actually save their contacts to your device, or you can even delete that contact if you don't need it. Analytics too is another very great tool, because I'm seeing here that two people in Nigeria have visited this website. It's saying there have been 3 visitors so far, and there's been 7 views. So the reason is every single time I go back here and I refresh, that is counted as 1 view. But every visitor that goes to this website is counted as a visitor. And that's why we've simplified analytics to have visitors and views. So for visitors, it's counting how many actual people visited your website. And then for views, it's counting how many times did those visitors view the pages on your website. And then on pages, it's showing you what pages were viewed. On countries, it's telling you what countries they are in. On sources, the sources are direct here because everyone here had to go to agency5.vc.io. But imagine they found the website on a link on Twitter, for example, or LinkedIn. It will have the sources as Twitter or LinkedIn or wherever the website was posted that got them to see it and come to your website. On devices, it's counting what devices people are using. So one of us here checked the website on a tablet. I checked it on a desktop, and I think the last person checked on a mobile device. So you see, this is actually super flexible. And besides showing you for that day, our analytics collects the data for a week, a month, and all time. So that way, it's a lot more easier for you to just know the health of your business. And we're also going to add more features. For example, over time, we would have features like telling you what pages are performing the most or what pages you should boost more traffic on. So we think very early on, we are trying to set the fundamental or the building blocks of a much more resilient platform that actually helps you grow your business. We've been on dark mode for so long. I don't know if this is easier on your eyes, but right on the editor, you can actually just switch, and there's a toggle just at the bottom of your screen, bottom left of your screen, where you can have like dark mode, light mode switched. And on the website being created as well, all your users have like this little toggle on the bottom right that allows you to toggle light or dark mode, or even to share the website. So you can share the website from here to Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, or LinkedIn. And all of this is already built in your platform, because we believe that besides having a website, is the importance of you having a website that can actually promote your business. The next thing we'll try to create is, so on this website, you can actually have, on every free website on Vizy, you can have up to 3 pages. So you can have one page that talks about your brand. You can have an about page that talks about your brand story. And you can have a third page. Let's say that third page is a contact us, or book me for a session, or the services you're offering. That's if they can't all fit in one page. The next site we'll create would be let's create a website for a typical one-page website for a person's brand, right? Say new site, and then we say the person's name is Herbert. Continue, and we could use a template for this one as well. Let's say we're using the freelancer template. With this template, once you click on that, it just generates, like we said, the whole content on the freelancer template gets bundled into your platform. And we notice a lot of people love this template, maybe because of the fonts being used here, but you can always toggle every single template on Vizy. Say, for example, this card section. What is unique about this is the fact that it's just using one column. So by switching this from 1 to 3, you have a different website almost entirely. By changing the style of the cards to style 1, it gives you a different layout. the fact that the layout here has sharp edges, you go to design and you make that curved edges, and automatically it gives you a different look on your layouts. You can change the font at the top by just clicking on style and making this font a lot larger. You can have it in center or left. You can adjust the width of the content in there. And even on this, you can use to click on based, for example, and get that in the next line. So all of these things are very flexible. On style, on design, we actually made this site a lot larger in 75%. So you can reduce your site to say 60 or 50%, just so it's a lot easier for you to view the content in a boxed mode of some sort. The styling here is also in black. Is not just black, but black and white. So we've added a minimalist type color here for people who fancy that kind of design where you can easily just have dark and light. You can also use any of the colors in here just so you can present your brand in different way. And if you have your hex color, for example, the hexadecimal code, you can enter that in here. And once you enter that in here, it just gives you an option of having it in light or in dark. And what we've just done here is to simplify the color selection. So we've chosen colors that we think cuts across different kinds of brands or different kinds of popular brands. Next thing here is you can enter a logo, and the logo you're entering is light and dark versions of the logo. But once it's in text, it always work on either dark or light mode on our platform. You can add an announcement saying, so you said this is used for site-wide announcements because it's always going to be up there regardless of the page you're on your website. On this same website, you can be able to turn off the announcements or change the header sections to have the menu on the left, on the center, or on the right. And you can be able to change the fonts from the design here where you select a font, you can change that to this or any other font that comes to mind, really. And with fonts, you can have like a different look and feel. And the beauty of this is how simple it is that you can use this on your desktop device, on your tablet, or even on your mobile phone. So I'm not sure the screen is being shared properly using this software right now on YouTube. So I'm showing you the desktop version. However, this works flawlessly on any device. Anyone can drop in the comments if you're using a mobile device to try out what we are saying. Next thing here is the ability for you to change or to even add a text section, right? We add a text section here, and the text section here allows you to enter like much more engaging content. So you can have like, I think I have some content about my brand somewhere close by. Give me a second. So I'll copy that and I can add this content in here. And you see this already has like subheadings in here. You can be able to type a lot conveniently. You can have things like design, and you have that in heading fonts. You can change that to body text. You can have much more like you can change all of these things. The good thing about this is super flexible, right? You can use to have underline, strike through for text, all of this all done. You can also add bullet points to different parts of your content. What else can you do here? Like I explained, like with this, you've seen that I've repeated myself, over and over just to show you how flexible it truly is to create a website on Vizy. So with card section, like at the bottom here, you can change it to a carousel. Like I said, you can have it in grid format. You can have it in 2 columns. You can have it in left aligned or center aligned. You can turn on descriptions. You can turn off descriptions. You can be able to add an image in the card or take out images. And all of this actually allows you to create much more flexible layouts, right? What else here? Dark mode, light modes are integrated for every template on the whole part of the platform, right? And then on the dashboard, each Vizy account can hold up to 500 websites. So we created Herbert right now. There's a wireframe template in here. there's the actual Vizy website in here as well. So the actual Vizy site allows you to see like all the value we have. Because we have a pro account, you can be able to have like we can have much more pages on our website, right? However, for the free websites, they are limited to 3 pages, but those 3 pages have all our feature sets included. Um, the few only features that are not available on the so all our blocks are available on the free websites. We will make even much more blocks for things like voting, things like gallery, things like Instagram embeds, things like Figma embeds. All of these are different layouts we are bringing into the Vizy platform. However, on I can show you how to customize the very used okay, how about just confirm it works fine on mobile? So the very busy site you're looking at right now on our website, you can be able to change the style from, or I can change the style rather from like image at the top, bottom, right, left, different flexible layouts in here already. This section here is a card section that allows you to, you know, move image and text. And there's also the fact that there's a toggle here that allows you to move any section to any position. So you can move a section up or move a section down. And all of that works like flawlessly as you would expect. Um, Also, there is on mobile devices, there's a button here at the top that allows you to also move sections up or down as necessary. You can also, besides that, you can also duplicate that section that's already created and it creates a new section of the same content, just in case you want to maintain a style on different section. Once you're done with whatever you're doing, there's a preview button at the top, right, which allows you to preview what you so far. And once you've satisfied with that, you can hit the publish button at the top and the website is published. Right now, I would go to one last website, but if you have any questions in here, you can send them in. Yes, so Lauren just asked animations. Yes, we'll add animations. We think it's important to start with the fundamental blocks, right? And then once we've perfected those blocks, we can then add a layer of animation on each of them, just so it gives much more life to your website. The reason we also went this route is the fact that most of the websites with heavy animations don't work very well on mobile devices. So we're trying to get this perfected for mobile devices just so we can guarantee page speeds and optimal user experience before we add animations. But certainly would allow animations, will allow video, will allow much more things on our websites. We can create a new website and call it, let's say, startup, right? We think that most startups also need a very simple website builder that allows them to easily launch their business. And let's say it's an app you're trying to do a launch for in a few months. So set a launch template. And yes, with templates, we're also going to create much more templates and allow more people create templates and feature their templates within Vizy. So with launch template right now, there are like multiple different versions of this template. And all this template has is a simple launching soon. With this, you can use this for like coming soon pages on your website. Remember that for right now, we don't have login authentication for visitors on your website. However, everyone on your website can be able to submit a form and then you can have their contact details saved on database. But yes, login and membership is something we're also working on. So with this, you can have like a launching soon layout up here. You can take out every menu you don't think is necessary for the page you're creating. And you can easily just click launch on this one. So this is startup 5 and publish site. And it's live. So if you go to that website, I'll show you this in a bit. So I think one thing, okay, we are editing the version 1 of that page. So we can actually set that page we just edited as the home page and save. And once we republish, that becomes the home page. So give me a second to refresh this. Comes the homepage. So here we can enter our email address and click get early access, for example. And it tells you, thank you, your submission has been received. Right now, with this content, you go back to the dashboard, and when you click on contacts, for example, you would find you'll find the contact I just sent in. So this form only collected email address, and that's why email is the only thing you have here, right? So this is just to show you how flexible it is to create on Vizy. If you have any other questions, just send them in. Wrapping this class up in about 5 minutes. So you have more questions, please send them in. Any area you think we should take a look at again, let's quickly create a new site or modify an existing site just so you can see how it works. So I'll just go through what I've explained from the start using the Vizy website. Now on the Vizy website, you can have the header, right? With the header, we have an announcement here saying, join us, product hunt, because we went live today on product hunt. You can have your logo as text or as image. As image, you need to upload logos that work for your light mode and dark mode because both of them work right on the editor, right? On the style, you can choose to align your menu items to the left, center, or right. You can have your announcement below or above. Yes, Sylvester, you can be able to create this platform is actually great for freelancers because the best part when you're creating websites for your clients is the fact that with one account you can manage up to 500 websites for each client, right? Yes, side hustles, we support side hustles heavily. We got a feedback from one of our early users that he had made about $100 using Vizy to create websites for people for $20 in like 1 hour. So we find that, with the flexibility we are offering, you can create websites a lot faster with our platform. On this banner section, you can either have a button or a form. On the form section, you can collect first names, last names, phone numbers. And this is actually great if you're creating websites as a web designer because you're guaranteeing for your clients that besides just creating a website that is for content, you're creating a website that helps them generate leads for their business. You can use to adjust your font size to small, medium, or large. And you can adjust the layouts as well. So this layout's available, layout 5, layout 6, 3, 2, 1, 4. All of this is already flexibly done in here, just so you don't need to spend lots of time. If you're already a designer, you can go on Figma and create graphics like this that get to go into a section. But usually we also advise you to use like stock images. And with stock images, you can be able to launch a lot faster. What else? So with this, you can click on the card section. On the card section, you can style top, middle, different layouts, all bundled in. You can hit the carousel, and the carousel gives you a simple carousel on your device. Like I said, you can use a mobile device to operate Vizy, and you can use a desktop device. And also for people who create websites or have multiple brands to manage, one of the benefits of this is that you no longer have to rely on a web developer to make a simple change on your website. Anytime I get any feedback, I think you should rework this text to look like this on your website, explain it this way, you can easily on your phone go on Vizy and make that change and hit publish. And once you publish, it's available on any device for any user anywhere in the world. So like I said, with the sections are all very flexibly done such that you can have them in grid or in carousel. And in grid form, you can have them in 1 column, 2 or 3 column. And on carousel, you can have an endless stream of content. You can have the title to the left, so it looks different. You can have small text, which gives you like smaller text sizes. And you can turn off the images on the cards or turn them on. You can also turn off the background, and it gives you like a different look. And you can turn off descriptions as well. So all of this is done to be flexibly managed, just so that it's easy for you to build and launch a website. There are much more advanced controls on settings that allows you to set things like SEO. So with SEO on our website right now, we have the title of our website is Visi, make website easy on your phone. On text, we have this, and then we have a graphic that shows um, what we are about. Right now, for you to test that your SEO is done properly, you can go to a site called heymeta.com. And on Heymeta, we can enter the Visi website, visi.co. And once you click on that, it shows you what your website looks like when it is being shared on social media. So Visi automatically supports SEO such that your website can show a lot faster on Google. One of the really important features is the fact that your website is mobile friendly, because mobile friendly websites get better search results on Google. With SEO, you can set SEO for the page on or for the whole site. For the whole site, you can actually see things like site plans, which once you click on that, you can see your site plan on the left, and you can switch your plan from a free website to a basic or a pro website. You can be able to click on custom domain, which allows you to set a custom domain on your website. You can be able to duplicate the website entirely. So this is actually valuable for people who are creating multiple websites. For Sylvester, if you're creating like a side hustle, you can create on your one Visi platform multiple different sites for different kinds of clients. And then for all those different sites you've created, you can always just duplicate a new one when you're done with it and use the same kind of content to pitch to a client and win that client and then change the content. And you can transfer sites as well. So for this account, you can hit, once you're on the pro or basic plan, you can be able to now click things like transfer. And once you enter the site owner, who is like your client or anyone you intend to transfer the website to, you can move the website to them. You hit on transfer, and it transfers the site seamlessly from one Visi account to the other Visi account. So all of this is already flexibly done, just so you don't need to worry about the technical know-how of creating a site or even managing the website. The other things like the fact that the website is always secure. So every Visi link on the back end, front end, every part of the website you're creating is already secured. So you don't need to worry about that. There's multiple sites with one account, which is super important if you're a freelancer or a designer who creates websites for people. There's autosave. I didn't mention that. So right now, there's no save button across the Visi platform, because once you're editing the site, except if you're making changes like you're setting a page name, for example, right? But every layout you're creating, you don't care about if it's saved when you're working on it, because it auto saves the whole thing. Dark mode is included, dark mode, light mode. You can actually preview the website to see changes before you publish. Analytics is done. So today, we've gotten lots of traffic on our website. And we don't just show you the traffic, but we also show you like percentage growth. So that can mean something to you if you're checking how much has your company website grown over the past few months, right? Most of our visits today came from product hunts. People also saw our website on Google, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. Our visitors today mostly came from Nigeria, US, UK, Ghana, and devices. Most people access our website on mobile devices. And this is actually one of the reasons why we are building Visi. We understand that the more you check your data, you see that more people access your website on your mobile phones. More people also use the internet today on your mobile phones. And we think that, if you can easily edit your website right on your mobile, it's much more beneficial to you. You don't worry about things like plugins or any complicated interface, right, on managing your website. You can go through Webflow, WordPress, and most of them can give you the seamless experience you get on Visi that enables you to create and manage your website right on your phone. So thank you very much for everyone who was here today. We'll be sharing more features as we keep going. This is day one for us. We are excited about how the future looks, and we know that build a platform that benefits a lot of people. Thank you very much. If you have any other questions, reach out to us on social media. You can reach out to me personally, reach out to the brand, ask your questions, Tell us what you find. Tell us what you love about the brand, and all the best. Thank you.